Hey everyone, I'm Alex. Welcome back to my Let's Play of Ghost Trick Phantom Detective. Where we last left off, we just talked to Camila the entire episode, and it was nice because we finally got some background, finally got some story, but very little ghost tricks. I think we're gonna go talk to Lynn again and probably save her from dying, but hopefully this shows that the second half of the game is going to be a lot more story focused, because we've been kind of lacking on any narrative driven parts so far. Let's just get started. Chapter 12, 12:25 a.m. It looks like the kidnappers made a big mistake. The girl in the trunk was Detective Zhao's daughter, Camila, not the minister's daughter. When I got back to the Justice Minister's office, things were getting even more out of hand. The devastated man was being grilled by the fiery detective lady. I told Lynn what I had found out about the kidnapping, and that it wasn't the Justice Minister's daughter who had been abducted. The kidnappers had been holed up in Camila's old house, and that they sensed my presence and were already gone. But Camila, why? Why do they have Camila? Her father isn't the stupid old Justice Minister. I think the stupid old part is a little uncalled for. It looks like the kidnappers made a mistake somehow. The poor girl kidnapped for the ransom of her own father's execution. It's just too much. It's a cruel twist of fate, I agree. And then there's those other twists too. Like the kidnappers winding up and using Camila's old house as their hideout. There's no way that could just be a coincidence. And them sensing my presence. They seem to know about the powers of the dead. I just don't understand any of it. I told you before, Detective. I want you to stand back. Who cares about distance at a time like this? Look, Mr. Minister. It wasn't your daughter that was kidnapped. Don't try to pretend you didn't hear what we were saying. Ah! How can I believe in you? I'm a realist. Please. If you don't believe what we say, just see for yourself. Just call home and... I tried calling 100 times. My wife won't answer. She won't? It's complicated. Oh, why does life have to be such a complicated thing? But if she doesn't answer, doesn't that mean everything's normal? It doesn't prove it! And I'm being watched. I can't have the police go check for me. Besides, if the execution isn't carried out tonight, the hostage will be killed. What difference does it make if it's not my daughter? That's fair. That's a fair point. Woo-wee, that's quite a pickle, Mr. Minister. Quite a pickle. Of course, anyway. That guy's a dick. Miss me, baby? Inspector Capanella! I have a little report for you, Mr. Minister. The escaped prisoner has been apprehended. I thought you might like to see him, so here he is. Detective Jowd? Detective Jowd, I'm so sorry. I tried. I know that you're innocent. I just can't prove it. I'm so sorry. please, don't apologize to me. Ah, the beautiful love between a teacher and student. It brings a tear to my eye. Thoughts. Trick time. Where am I trying to go? Lynn doesn't really know that Jowd is innocent. She just believes it from the bottom of her heart. The execution and the kidnapping are real threats, and time marches on. I'll gather information and see if I can think of something. This all relates back to me somehow. I just know it. You knew, didn't you, Inspector Carminella, that the execution was tonight? I don't believe I had any obligation to tell you. And you're fine with this? I mean, you know as well as I do. Detective Jowd could never have done such a thing. Ha! Oh, come on now, baby. I know no such thing. Huh? I know 2 things are true, and 2 things only. 1, he was given the death penalty. And 2, he tried to escape. What else could I do but haul him in, baby? If that's the case, why did you bring him here? What do you ever mean, young lady? He escaped from prison, right? So why didn't you just take him back to the prison? I think you only brought him here to brag about your accomplishment. Isn't that right, Inspector? For your own selfish reasons? Dots. So were all those rumors about you true? That the only thing you care about is a spotless record? I think she's going a little hard on him. And in reality, it's going to be a twist where he's brought Jowd in to convince the Justice Minister to not kill him or something like that. Is that more important to you than saving a friend? Everybody has certain principles they can't go back on, including me. You'll understand that someday, baby. That's enough, Lynn. But Detective Jowd! I'm a death row inmate who escaped from prison. This is how it should be. But... Dots. Am I supposed to ghost to, like, Lynn or something? I don't want to talk to you. I don't see anything worthwhile. Okay, can I only talk to him? He's in my way. My poor Emile. Is she alright? Actually, the girl who was kidnapped was named Camila. Why is my dream talking to me in my head again? Wait a minute. Emile? Could that be the Emile next door? Yes, I think so. Wow, I didn't know the Justice Minister lived next door. No, not me. My wife. It's complicated. Yeah, I bet it would be pretty hard to admit she left him. The minister's wife ran away on him? Maybe they grew apart. What, with him being so busy? Yeah, I bet you're right. Please stop gossiping about me inside my own head. Okay, let me go straight. Around the Justice Minister. Ha! No, no, don't put me back there. I guess I'll talk to Jowd, because I'm already over here. So, Mr. Ghost, we meet again. I hear something happened. Something about a kidnapping? Some kidnappers are saying they abducted the Justice Minister's daughter. That's terrible. What's their demand? The carrying out of your execution. Tonight. Ha ha ha! I had no idea I was so hated. But the minister doesn't have to worry. I die and it's all over. Very simple. It's not that simple! Why not? Because it isn't really the minister's daughter who got kidnapped. It's Camila. What? Camila? I checked it out for myself. I'm positive. No! It can't be! By the way, Camila told me something very interesting. She said the one who killed her mother 5 years ago was Camila herself. What? What are you talking about? Don't listen to him! I'm the one who shot her! I'm the one who shot Alma! And when I'm executed tonight, that will be the end of it. Camila won't have to suffer any more tonight. And for a capable detective, you say some incredibly misguided things. You dying isn't gonna end that girl's suffering. It'll just bring her new suffering. The only person's pain this execution is going to ease is yours. Is it true, what Camila said? Why don't you tell us what you know? Ooh. To be honest, I still don't understand what happened that day. It was my wife, Alma's birthday. We came home from work and she went in first. Bang! Mom! Mom! What was that noise? I looked for the shooter, but there was nobody to be found. And nobody there besides Alma and Camila, just the two of them. So the little lady's mother died right in front of her. Oh my, that's so horrible. Camila told me about it. She was crying. She said the contraption she made did something that I wasn't supposed to do. It made an impossible move. An impossible move? Well, obviously I want to read the next installment of our conversation. Camila was a quiet little girl, but she was good with her hands. She was a little genius at making elaborate toys and contraptions. But there was two very strange points about that contraption. The first was, of course, the firing of that gun. Right. That was an antique gun I had on display for years. So it wasn't part of the little lady's original design? Of course it wasn't. It was supposed to be a surprise for her mother's birthday. And the other strange point was the movement of that Cupid. Cupid? It was supposed to shoot its arrow without turning around. Somebody made a change to the contraption's design and then manipulated it. I don't know what to say. I didn't have time to think things through then. All I knew was I had to protect Camila. I made a small adjustment to the scene and turned myself in. Adjustment. What kind of adjustment? The gun, of course. The gun, eh? Come to think of it. There was no gun there, just a picture hanging on the wall. Of course not, because I secretly switched the gun out of the frame with the picture. I didn't believe what she told me about her contraption. But one thing was for certain. That gun was still smoking. So the gun really did shoot Alma. I hid the gun before I went to the police. You hid it? I put it in the wooden box and gave it to a certain detective. What? You mean... And that detective still thinks it's a music box. So that's what was in the box, huh? I got a different murder weapon ready to give the police, my own pistol. And I did a few other things to make it look good. I won't go into details. When I was all done, I turned myself in. I want more story. It's been 5 years since then. I stopped thinking about it. I shot Alma. There's no other explanation. That's what I've convinced of everyone, even me. But tonight, you showed up and gave me an explanation I never would have thought of before. The powers of the dead, right? That day, that room, powers I didn't understand were at work. And if that's the case, it clears up all the mysteries. Maybe not all, but there are a couple people who know about those powers. Is somebody there? Can you hear me? I can sense your presence, you know. The kidnappers that abducted Camila knew about the powers. This is no ordinary kidnapping. It looks like my life's case isn't coming to an end after all. I'm the only one who thought it was. Detective Jowd. There's still time before dawn, a little anyway. How about you see this case through the end before you die? Oh, no. Detective Jowd, is that true what you told us just now? Yes, of course. In that case, there's still time. Still time? Time to solve the case that started 5 years ago. You didn't do it, Detective Jowd. And of course, little Camila didn't either. So the true perpetrator is still out there, and I'm going to prove it. For Camila's sake. Dots. That sounds wonderful. Thank you, Detective Jowd. Lynn, where's that music box right now? In Tesmic Park. Camila left it there. That gun is important evidence. You better go pick it up. Yes, sir. I'll go right now. Sissel, take care of Detective Jowd. And do something about the kidnapping so we can get the minister on our side. And yet, I say, easy enough for you to say. What's going on? Give me the deal, Mr. Death Row inmate. A little change in plans. My daughter has been kidnapped. Can't just go off and die without doing something. But you're in our custody, don't forget. Back at the prison, everybody's waiting for you with a special seat just for you, baby. Then I guess we better go prove my innocence on the double. On the double, is it? You sound so determined, my old friend. I want to save Camila in more ways than one. And that's all there is to it. I see, my old friend, in more ways than one. I think it's a really nice contrast with the story that they gave Detective Jowd and Inspector Cabanella's backstories. That, because, you know, the white coat has significance to Cabanella, that they made Detective Jowd a painter and literally put him in a dirty outfit. I just think that's a nice little touch that they never really bring up. What you saying, Mr. Minister? May we have your decision? Should the execution be carried out tonight as planned? Or should we hold off and wait for this important evidence to come in? The order still stands. Bring the prisoner back immediately and resume its enforcement. As you wish, Your Excellency. Please, don't bow to me. And especially not that low. In that case, can I have one of your boys to arrange a prison van to pick him up? Would you be so kind? Yes, sir. That van should take about 10 minutes, I'm guessing. Your escape tonight was brilliant. Will you show me another miracle in these last few minutes of yours, Mr. Death Row inmate? I'm glad to see Detective Zhao all fired up now, but I feel like I'm under the gun here. Even if Lin does come through with some proof of Zhao's innocence, it will be meaningless if Zhao or Camilla dies. I've got to do something about that kidnapping, somehow. Maybe I should ask for some advice from the capable detective here. Alright. Most likely the minister won't stop the execution. Not as long as there's any small chance his daughter is the one who was kidnapped. But she isn't the one, I'm sure of it. Well, it would be great if we could prove that to the minister. Prove it? How? I doubt his wife was ever going to want to answer that phone call if we're from here. If we call from here, right? But the telephone works in both directions. What are you saying? What I'm saying is, only family members can solve a family problem. Hey, Mr. Ghost? Yes? I have to admit, I don't like depending on others. But you're the only one who can change the situation. Gee, Detective. For the past 5 years, Camilla is the only thing that's kept me going. I can't so meekly go to the chair now. I hate to ask this, but would you mind saving me? I'll try. The key to getting the Justice Minister to stop the execution is his wife and daughter. But is there a way? Yeah, we're just gonna go to the phone and call the Justice Minister's wife, get our asses in there. I want to talk to him. Just as I thought. The little girl is safe in her bed. Cough, cough. Murder, execution, jailbreak, betrayal, and now kidnapping. This is the last link in the long chain of sad fate and lit fire in Zhao's heart. And the chance to turn it all around is right here in this room. I'm getting a strange premonition. Everything that has happened so far tonight has related back to me in some way. And I bet this mistake-ridden abduction does too. That was another pretty short episode. And again, with the heavy story plot. Although none of it was really new. It was just kind of a recap of what we learned last episode. I guess the how the contraptions work is kind of new, but we played the contraption so early in the beginning that we kind of knew how it worked and how it was supposed to work. Even just from watching how the contraption killed Camilla's mom, you can kind of just tell that it was fucked with. Like, she obviously wasn't trying to kill her mom. So that chapter felt kind of worthless. I love the story part, and I'm glad that we're getting into more of the visual novel genre with this game, but it's just a recap. And it didn't really add anything new. It's not like we were surprised that Amelia was in her bed. I don't know. Kind of felt like a waste of time. Let me know what you guys think. Did you think that this chapter added anything worthwhile? I'd love to know. Remember to like and subscribe. Comment your thoughts below. If you want to hear me bitch some more, I will link my Twitter, my blog, my Instagram, all the things down below. And if you want to check out some more visual novel content, I do have a game that I'm working on, and I will link that below. So please go check that out. Also, if you play my demo that I have on my game website, I would love to know what you think. Please tweet me, talk to me in any way. I'm very bored and lonely. So I'll see you guys for the next episode of Ghost Trick.